Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Just Hanging with the Nosebleed Seats. We were off last week due to the holidays and just, I guess, general laziness, but we are back this week with a full week of rest. So I think we are supercharged for some awesome conversation with Eric Chiafalo and Zach Wolchuk. They make up the Nosebleed Seats. I am Jared Sandler. I don't have a team. No one wants to be on my team. So I'm joining their team every Wednesday for these videos. I appreciate you guys letting me cling on.
Hey, it's our pleasure. I appreciate you wanting to cling on. I love good Klingons.
Yeah, you're a bleeder, man. You're a bleeder for life. And coming off the bye week, like you mentioned, we are rested. We're geared up. We're ready to go. I think we added a few new wrinkles to the offense, wouldn't you say, Walchuk? We're excited to unveil.
No doubt. I think we are the Andy Reid of just banging with the nosebleed seats here, hanging, whatever Jared likes to call this for the webcamming or vlogging. I don't even know what this really is, but we're undefeated after buys, so we're in good shape here.
All right, well,
it's a vlog.
A vlog? This is a vlog.
Is it a vlog? Okay.
Yeah.
We're vlogging.
We're vlogging.
We're vloggers. All right, so first thing we got to do is go through this athletic survey about food and drink at ballpark.
Oh, this is my kind of survey, baby.
I know, this actually is maybe the most enjoyable thing we'll do all year because, I mean, food and sports are like my two favorite things. All right, so we're just going to run through this and offer our opinions and see where it takes us. And if we get into stadium talk, then we get into stadium talk because that's next on the agenda. But if we don't, because we're talking about sports and food, then who cares? Because there aren't two better subjects, in my opinion. All right. So the first question, how many wings can you eat on a football Saturday or Sunday from 12 to 6? The majority of folks, about 50%, said 12 to 20. We had a smaller contingent say more than 3 dozen. The answers are 0, 1 to 6, 7 to 11, 12 to 20, 21 to 36, or more than 3 dozen.
Well, I know because I've seen it with my own eyes. All right, Eric is in the more than 3 dozen category. We went and had some wings, Endless Wing Monday, and Eric put down 30 plus like it was easy. In fact, I think he cut himself off just so he could take some wings home for the next day. Otherwise, he probably could have done more. So I know Eric, and now he's an all flats guy. I don't know if that makes it easier to consume more, but I know he's in the more than 3 dozen. I think I could probably do 21 to 36. For a 6-hour window, easily 21 to 36. Now, I did find out in the hot dog eating contest, the speed is not my thing, right? It's not necessarily how much I can consume. It's how fast I can do it. So if I got 6 hours, I feel pretty confident I can do at least 21 wings.
Yeah, Walchuk is not built for speed. He is built for comfort, and wings are a great comfort food, especially on a football Sunday. And Walchuk is 100% right, dude. I went 37 wings strong at the all-you-can-eat, and I did stop myself just so that I could have some left over. It was a bit disgusting, but it was also one of the proudest moments of my entire life. I am all flats, by the way. Hopefully we'll get more into that conversation here in a few minutes. But, yeah, dude, I could crush a ton of wings. I get the average person is probably sitting at like 10 to 15 wings. Even over a few hours is, like, relatively fine. I'm just a wing guy. That's the thing. Like, you'll find out about me, Jared. Like some guys have their certain things. Wings are my thing. And so I would definitely over 6 hours, definitely more than 20. I mean, 30 is easy. Hell, Walter, you remember when we went over to Kavanaugh's place and I ate like 1 million of his wings because they were delicious, and then I ended up breaking his chair because I got so fat that day?
Yeah, no, you finished all the wings. I didn't even get a nibble of one because you had just –
Hey, I apologize for that. I already apologized for that.
Yeah, and then you did break the chair, which was fantastic. We haven't been invited back since, so I blame you, but that's okay.
So, okay, first of all, you wanted to bring up the flats conversation. When you say flats, does that mean like no, like the legs? Like what are flats only? I guess.
Yeah. So
the jargon.
I think we're about to wing jargon. Well, welcome to the conversation here. I think there is a question asked on this athletic survey, but basically with wings you have 2 different kinds. You have the drumstick, or you have the flat, like the flapper that looks more like a wing.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. I wasn't sure. So I'm going to take a weird stance here. I think I could do 36 or more over 6 hours. eating in volume is not a challenge for me. I'm also going to say, though, wings are not my first, second, or third choice for a game day meal. If it's there, I will eat it. Like, at Kavanaugh's when he throws out all those wings, I'm definitely going to go for the wings with the right sauce. But it's not my first choice. And I think a part of that is because I don't like the standard buffalo wing sauce, which I know we're going to get to in a second. But and it's not that I don't like it. Like, whenever I have wings, I always enjoy it. Like, my wife, for whatever reason, has been on a wing kick lately, and I feel like, like 7 meals she's had have been from like a wing place, and I'll have, but it's not like I'm gearing up. I get like pumped up for meals, right? Like the night before a Saturday or Sunday, I'm excited because I'm going to watch football and I'm going to go here and eat this. Like I get pumped, but like I don't, when I plan ahead, like wings are not the first thing I think about, I guess. Is that weird?
All right. It is weird, and I thought we were friends. I have more respect for your wife now than I ever have. And well, so what is it? I mean, I guess you're going to say pizza, you're going to say nachos, you're going to say hot dogs.
If it's not your first, I get it, but not even in your top 3 favorite game day foods.
I think like pizza, I think, like an awesome burger with a bunch of appetizers, multiple, and maybe a few wings are a part of that, and that's fine, but not like wings is the central focus. Like nachos, I think like, I don't know. I mean, for me, if you're
pickles, mozzarella sticks, chips and salsa, chips and guac.
I can have chips and salsa or chips and any kind of dip for days if I'm sitting and watching sports. So again, it's not that I don't like wings, and maybe I need to get it in my own head that like it needs to be more part of the rotation, because whenever I have wings, I enjoy them.
Yeah.
But I don't like buffalo sauce. And I think for a lot of people, while you go to these wing places and they got a million different sauces, I think when I first was getting exposed to wings, it was like buffalo sauce was the primary result of ordering wings, and I didn't like that.
And that makes sense. I mean, if that's what your first exposure, like first impressions are everything, Jared. And so I get that. I totally do. But there are, and I like the buffalo sauce. I do. Like, I'm a big fan of a traditional buffalo hot, buffalo medium, I think is great. But dude, like, have you not ventured into like the garlic parms, the lemon peppers, the spicy lemon peppers?
I do enjoy that. Like when we go to these wing places, I do. It's one of those things. I mean, we have this, I don't know, maybe I'm alone in this, but there are like certain things, whether it's a restaurant or a type of food or an activity, when you're like, shoot, what should I do today? There are things that's like every time you do it, you enjoy it. You always say like, man, like I probably should have this more or do this more. But then like the next time you're faced with that decision, it still is not top of mind for whatever reason. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's not that I don't like wings, and I always have a tremendous experience. It's just for whatever reason not top of mind.
Okay, are you a bone in or a bone out?
I can do both. I do love like a good drumstick in general, like whether it's chicken or wings, like so I guess that makes, in that sense, bone in. But if you want to mess with bone out, that's fine. To me at that point, it's more just like flavored chicken nuggets.
Right, sure.
So I don't know that I when I think of wings, boneless wings are, I mean, if you want to count those as wings, that's fine. I like them. But to me, you're just ordering chicken nuggets with a different flavor to them.
That's the best cake you've had all day, Jared.
Yeah, we're gonna find you a wing flavor to where it's top of mind, sir. That's our next thing, Eric. We got to find a top of mind wing flavor.
Okay.
Well, we talked about like hanging out soon, and when it's socially acceptable, maybe we just need to go to a wing place and crush. Or like this football season, if it happens, like we'll just crush. Let's do that.
Yeah,
so
I'm with it.
The next question of the survey is, what's your preferred wing flavor? And buffalo medium just barely edges out buffalo hot, and that's my point. Is like 57% of people said that a version of buffalo sauce is their favorite, and I'm not in that. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at all the other ones. There's buffalo mild, so take that out. I would rather have barbecue. I'd rather have no sauce. I'd rather have honey mustard. I'd rather have Parmesan garlic than any of these. But buffalo medium and buffalo hot are dominating the conversation, and I'm just out.
Okay, I've never had honey mustard flavored wings.
Me
I've had honey mustard dipping sauce, but I've actually never had like the honey mustard flavor. Anyone, Eric, have you had that? I've never even seen that as an option.
Me neither. It would pique my interest, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I've never had that flavor. So we're going to need to get to the bottom of that. But the thing is I'm really not picky with the flavor. Like I like buffalo, I like lemon pepper, I like the garlic parm, the barbecue, the Cajun. I'm here for a little Cajun
The
wing.
mango habanero.
Hold on. Did you just say the barbecue, like the emphasis on the final syllable? The barbecue?
Yeah, I don't know why I did that.
Okay.
I'm not sure where that came from,
That's
but yes.
like tilted up. I think it was a fart, really, is what it was. It was barbecue, you know.
Did you see me rise up a little bit?
I saw the rise up, rise up. Yeah.
So I've never had honey mustard either. I will say that combining the barbecue and honey to form honey barbecue is an enjoyable combination for me.
Yeah, it is. It is. Look, I'm a big fan of any kind of sauce I can smother in my mouth.
My wife is in the vicinity, and she just texted me, said that she's now craving wings. I think we need royalties or a percentage from all the wing restaurants within 24 hours of people viewing this conversation.
Hey, we could use it. I need that money.
Honestly, don't even pay me in money, dude. Just pay me in wings.
Pay me in wings, yes.
Well, you get 0.1% of the monetary value in wings towards your your account at all these places.
That sounds amazing.
All right, so then the drumstick or the wing flat. Drumstick rules the conversation here, 45%. 22% say wing flat, and then 18% more or less say I love them both equally. And then we got 12%. They're like, screw the flats. I'm all about the wings only.
Okay, so I used to be a drumstick guy. I did. And then I got into marriage with Eric, and part of that is we've got to kind of try what our spouse is into. So he's a wing only guy. So I go out with him, and I decide, you know what, I'm going to do this. Let's go wing only. And I will say, man, or the flat only. The flat's great. I'm a big flat guy too. Now, I'm not going to say that I'm anti-drumstick. I won't just order flats, but I am now a little bit more partial to the flat. It is just easier. You just get the technique down. You get the little pinch and rip. You slide the bone out, and boom. It's just, there you go. You're off on your way. It's just easy, a little less messy. I love it.
That's the thing, Jared. Like, I don't want to discriminate against the drumstick either, but I will pay the extra $1 or $2 at any wing place to get the all flats. And I've converted a lot of people. That's the thing. Like Walchuk was kind of a drumstick guy. And then next thing you know, now he's a flapper guy or an all flats guy. And he has it right. You do the twist you get the flats and you twist one of the bones, you pull it right out. And now you have all that meat on one bone, and you do the dip, whether it's the blue cheese or the ranch. I prefer the ranch. And then you can go like Scooby-Doo style and shove that bone in your mouth, and then you do the clean pull out, and it's just a game changer. And the other thing is the drumsticks sometimes have a little bit of cartilage on there, whereas the wings, like the flat wings, it's just all meat, man.
I always wondered what that was. It's cartilage. Interesting. That makes a lot of sense.
So, all right, this next one I can get down with, because I frankly have not considered the elements of drumstick or wing flat. I'm just like, if you put it in front of me, I'll eat it. But this one, I am absolutely passionate about. Do you dunk in blue cheese or ranch or nothing? 38% say blue cheese, 30% say ranch, 29% say nothing, and then the rest is like a random. There's capital B both. There's a lowercase b both. There's both equally. So that's like a glitch, or I don't know. But I am team ranch 8 days a week. Blue cheese to me sucks.
Hey, come on, it sucks.
Yeah,
blue cheese does suck.
No, I got to hold it down for the blue cheese bros out there and gals. All right, so for buffalo wings, I'm a blue cheese guy. I just think the hot buffalo sauce combined with the coolness and kind of the unique flavor of blue cheese is a nice balance. I will say for any flavor that is non-buffalo, I go ranch all the way. But specifically the combo of a buffalo hot or medium wing or even extra hot, I've got to go blue cheese. That's where I live. That's my lane.
It sounds like, Walchuk, you're in the majority there. Like, that's actually a little bit surprising to me. Like, our country, as sports fans, would prefer to dip their wing in blue cheese than ranch. I have to go ranch 10 times out of 10. I don't eat blue cheese on anything, and I don't anticipate that I ever will. But, Walchuk, I wonder, like, is wings the only thing you'll do blue cheese with, or will you do, like, a blue cheese burger or whatever from time to time?
I would get a blue cheese burger. I don't do it often, but I like blue cheese. Now, like a wedge salad, and you get some blue cheese crumbles and blue cheese dressing, I'm in on that. I'm not an anti-blue cheese person.
I don't like blue cheese in any form, whether it's dipping or the crumbles. I think to me it's nasty. That
It's
is
a powerful, potent flavor. I get it.
like cheese is just mold or whatever. But like for some cheeses, you don't taste it in that way. Like to me, blue cheese is literally just, it tastes like mold.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can move on from that.
We're not friends anymore. All right. Next question. What do you put on your stadium hot dog? I know this is such a polarizing topic. So this is not you can only pick one. So the percentages equal more than 100%. So I'm just going to go through. 73% of people say they put mustard on their hot dog. Do you put mustard on your hot dog?
Guaranteed.
Yes.
I don't, because I don't like mustard. So.
Oh, yeah, you hate mustard. Jared is a big anti-mustard. And pickles.
Yeah, I hate pickles. All right. 52% say they put ketchup on. Do you put ketchup? I do.
I do as well. I do both.
I'm mustard only. When it comes to the sauce, like I'll put other stuff on there, but when it comes to the sauce, it's just mustard for me.
All right. The next one, and nearly 50% say they put chopped onions. And I'll tell you guys, if I have it available, I will put chopped onions.
I'm with you 100%. And in fact, to one up the chopped onion, if I can get them grilled or sauteed, I'll slap those on there. That's ideal.
Definitely. Have you ever done a little pico? Have you guys ever done a little pico on the hot dog?
No, I have not.
Corn dog? Yes.
So good.
Okay.
Okay. What about the relish? I'm out on the relish. Not a thing for me.
I'm in on the relish, but it can't be sweet relish. Don't like the sweet relish.
Okay. 20% say yes to sauerkraut. And I'll tell you what, if I'm doing brat, I'm pretty much always getting sauerkraut. If I'm doing a hot dog, it depends on my mood, but I do like sauerkraut.
No, for me. Now, I on a Reuben, like I'll get it because it's traditional, but otherwise, my palate's not a super sauerkraut fan. I've tried it, and I'm just not in love with the sauerkraut. I'll pass on that on my dog.
Yeah, I'm anti-sauerkraut. I am out on the sauerkraut. Really, when it comes to a hot dog, it's either just mustard or mustard and onions, mustard and pico, mustard and jalapenos. And that's kind of where I end things.
Okay, so can I ask you guys about the mayo? Because when I was doing the hot dog contest leading into July 4th, we had a lot of texters say they put mayo on the dog. And that was not something I'd ever once seen or even really thought of. Now, I'm not anti-mayonnaise, as a lot of people are, but I just have never done that, put mayo on a hot dog.
I've never done that either. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I've seen it and thought about it, but I've never done it or really ever even considered it. And I don't hate mayo. I used to like always have mayo on like a sandwich, like a cold cut sandwich. I don't necessarily do that as frequently anymore, but on a hot dog, I've never really thought about that.
Yeah, like I think I could do a mustard mayo combo, but it would need to be like 3-to-1 ratio mustard to mayo. But I've never done it.
Okay, so we'll just quickly run through the final choices here. Jalapenos. I don't like jalapenos, so it's a no for me.
No for me. I'm not on the hot dog. I don't think it's necessary.
Okay, and
You're
then
wrong.
you guys ever have a dry hot dog, nothing else on it?
I have, but why would you not put something on it if you have the opportunity?
I agree. I think, and I had this discussion on the station over the weekend. To me, the sole purpose of a bun, and I understand that you can have some buns that, maybe they're buttered up or they taste really good, but typically the sole purpose of a bun is a vehicle to get other items to go along with the hot dog. Because if I'm just going to have a hot dog dry, then just give me the dog. I don't need the bun. But the bun allows for the ketchup and not the ketchup to fall off. It allows for the onions. If you want to throw like bacon or chili or, whatever, that's what the bun is there for. The hot dog bun is simply a vehicle to get food in your mouth?
Hell, how did we not have chili and cheese as an option on there? Man, I'm not going to turn that down.
It's a hell of a question. All right, this question: your friend puts ketchup on his hot dog. Do you steal the hot dog and eat it yourself, say nothing, or slap the dog out of their hand? And I'm going to start and say, I just don't understand the beef with ketchup on a hot dog. Like, it makes total sense.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it's a Chicago thing, but it is very frowned upon in some hot dog establishments. I mean, clearly Eric it has taken that stance as well. I don't have an issue with it, but I do know that can start many wars in certain households.
Yeah, for me, I think the only way ketchup belongs on a hot dog is if it's accompanied by mustard.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
You right now.
We don't see eye to eye on that. All right. Dollar dog night. You're trying to impress a friend. How many can you put away without making a mess? Zach, you are the hot dog man of the hour or man of the week with your recent hot dog challenge, 8 in 10 minutes. What can you do over the course of a game? Because I would say that it's easier to do more in a shorter period of time before it settles than over, like, if you were to try and space it out over a 3-hour game. So how many do you think you could mess with over a game?
I could probably do more than this, but, that used to be dollar hot dog day at the ballpark on Wednesdays. I would always look for, all right, we're going to a Wednesday game, just so specifically we can hit up dollar dogs. And usually 6 would kind of be my number over the course of a game. I could put down anywhere from 4 to 6. Now, I could do more, but I'm not trying to embarrass myself in front of company.
Yeah, like if I'm just going and I'm trying to enjoy myself and the game, I'm probably going to end up with about 5 hot dogs, I would think. But if I'm trying to impress somebody, I think it's double-digit hot dogs relatively easy, because the dollar dogs aren't your jumbo dogs.
They're tiny.
They're pretty small. I mean, they're like 2 bites and done. I think double-digit dogs in a duration of a game, if I'm trying, would be absolutely no problem.
I'm trying to think, like, I think if I'm casually doing it, like, I'm not doing I'm going to try and stuff them all in my mouth at once. With the understanding that the dollar dog's not the same quality as your typical, $5 dog, I think I would be happy to walk away with 5 to 6. I think I could, it's, like what you said, I think I could do more, but I don't know that I need to.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going toe to toe with someone, then yeah, I could get up there. But I think the strategy then is to eat as many of them as quickly as possible, and not like try have this like, I'm going to do 1 an inning plan, because I think if you do 1 an inning, it's going to settle and you're out. Chances are too, you're going to the game, you're going to have fun, so you're going to have some beer, a drink or whatever. So it's not like you're going with the sole focus of having a dollar dog competition. That might be a thing you do, but chances are you want to enjoy the other elements. Otherwise, you could just sit on your ass at home and have a dollar dog competition.
Sure. I think you can easily do 2 an hour. You space them out in between your booze. That's why I think 6 is a good number. Usually you get a 3-hour game in, you can do 2 an hour and have a hell of a day.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Next question here. I'll skip this one. Okay, this is a good one. Do you upgrade your soda at stadiums to get the Souvenir Cup?
Yes.
45% say yes, 55% say no.
Oh, that's cheap. Why wouldn't you?
Okay.
I want to remember this, and I collect the cups, and I reuse the cups.
What if I told you I was the guy that didn't, and I'll hit the cheaper cups, but at the end of the game, I am perusing to see, did anybody leave theirs potentially? Like,
are you serious in this pandemic right now, really?
No, but I'm not going to knock them for the creativity. That's not a bad idea. I mean, I'm the sucker who I'm not like anti-soda. I used to just down soda after soda. But like when I go to a game, I'm typically like, now the food is so expensive, I'm fine with just a water, and I'm more of a water guy anyway. But if I go trying to think like where I've done this most recently, but like I went to a Penguins game a couple years ago, and I didn't want a soda, I think I might have actually gotten a beer, so maybe bad example. But I'll go to a game and I'll say, listen, I just want water, but can I have it in the Souvenir Cup? And I'll pay the souvenir price if it's like a cool place. Like if I go to North Texas, with all due respect to the Mean Green, I'm not paying a little more for the Souvenir Cup. Because no, listen, no disrespect to North Texas, but I can just go there like on a random day and get it. But like if I'm going to Wrigley Field, I'm getting that Souvenir Cup because when am I going back to Wrigley Field?
I get that. And the thing is for me is when you look at it, how much more are you really paying? You know, what is the upcharge from because you're already paying $5 for a water. So, I mean, what's the difference in the Souvenir Cup? Is it $1? Is it $2? You're also getting a little bit more, I think, in the cup. So, and some places do refills if you get the Souvenir Cup. So I'm just about it. I'll go ahead and get it. Unless it's just a cup that I see the cup, I don't think it's worth it. And there are certain situations, you know, when I used to frequent go-to games on a regular basis, sometimes I'd already have the cup. So there's no need to go ahead and get it again.
Yeah, I am always perusing, like at Rangers games, the kid who's eating the ice cream out of the baseball, like out of the helmet, and then just praying to God that they just like set it on the ground and forget it.
Bird dogging this
kids, because kids can be dumb.
Leave the helmet, and then you're gonna scoop in like a hawk and ruin his day.
I got when I went to Wrigley, I got the Nachos in a helmet, but like it was a supersized helmet for like Matt Hicks's head, and it was the best decision I made because I wasn't going to have all the nachos, and so I was in the bleachers in right center, and I just was like, I didn't know anyone. I was like, hey, do you want some nachos? And all of a sudden, like, people are passing my helmet around and like taking some nachos, but like it was such a communal thing. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That is greatness.
So the next question, Eric, have you ever grabbed a stranger's Souvenir Cup or Sunday helmet that they left behind at the game?
You bet your sweet ass I have. Listen, I probably have. I have one Rangers helmet because I was able to scam away one of those ice cream helmets from a kid probably like 10 years ago. But I got like 3 Mavericks cups and a Cowboys cup, and I haven't paid for a single one of them.
No, I've never done that.
Never?
What a loser, man.
Never done that.
You ever do it for like a bobblehead?
Yeah, I would do it for a bobblehead. Absolutely.
Okay.
I would.
I don't know. I guess I'm just not really looking. When I'm looking to just get out of the stadium, my focus is just I'm trying to get the heck out of here. I get nervous in crowds, and I'm not really perusing the stands and the cup holders to see what's left.
Okay.
Pro tip, man, baseball games, because baseball games can drag a little bit. And so oftentimes, like if there's a sport where people probably leave earliest the most, I would venture to say it's baseball.
True.
And so if it's something you're wanting to do and add this to your repertoire when you're at games, baseball games are the easiest one to do because people leave in the 6th inning and then they'll just forget their Souvenir Cup or their Nacho Cubs helmet. And the next thing you know, you have new memorabilia up in your sports room.
Okay, so next one. This one is about a tailgate. When you're invited to someone else's tailgate, do you bring beer? Do you bring money? Do you bring a side? Do you bring meat? Do you bring nothing? Or do you bring the party, which apparently one person submitted as a right answer. They said, I bring the party. 70% say they bring beer, 30% say money, 28% say a side, 17% meat, and then 5% say nothing. I don't know that I've ever, unless I've been asked to bring a meat, I don't know that I've ever brought a meat. I trust that whoever's hosting the tailgate, that's like in their domain. Like they want to do that unless they solicit. But like I just tend to think that they control that. So they either will do the meat themselves or they tell you, hey, I love the way I love your meat.
I do.
Yeah. So like that's my stance on the meat. I don't know. Have you guys ever just unsolicited brought meat to a tailgate?
Not unsolicited, no. I did write in I bring the party, though, because I believe that wholeheartedly. I will say the beer's the easiest thing to do. Beers or liquor, that's the easiest thing to bring unless I'm noted otherwise. Hey, I'd really like you to bring some chips or a side dish or dessert or something else. Otherwise, I think the easiest grab and go is to bring some beer or to bring some liquor or whatever it is, because, you always need that. It's always a necessity. No one's going to be upset with you. you're keeping the party alive.
Yeah, like my assumption is if I'm going to your tailgate, that means you've already done all of the legwork to get the main stuff. So I will ask you, what do you need? Should I just bring a little money? Should I bring a little booze? Or do you actually need me to provide a huge part of this tailgate being some of the main food? But usually, like if it's my tailgate, if I'm inviting you to my tailgate, I'm not expecting you to be providing a bunch of meat unless you're a grill master and I know that about you. In general, I'm bringing a little bit of cash or a 12-pack, and I feel like I'm good to go.
Yeah, the cash is also a very easy way to go. There's no doubt about that. No question.
So you know what's and you don't just bring this without being asked, but I feel like an underrated tailgate item is a bag of ice. I'm like,
oh yes.
And you've thought of everything, but then you're like, shoot, we need ice.
All the time.
You call Johnny, who's not Johnny. You on your way? Hey, can you stop and get some ice? Like,
there's always that one person that's late. Always. We all have that friend that is late. That is the ice person.
Yep. Okay, so let's see. We're not even going to be able to get to all of this here. This is a good one. Do you tip the concessions counter worker? 46% of people were honest and said no. I never know about that. I'll tell you too, a lot of times when you I know at the AAC, when you pay by credit card, I don't think they give you a receipt to tip. I could be wrong, but I will admit I'm always unsure, when you order, not necessarily at a sporting event, but order at a, they don't serve you, you go to the counter and order, how much do you tip? Is it still 15%? Because I definitely tip, but I never know, is it still 15% because they're probably making $3 an hour and, just let's be nice and help them out or not. I never quite know what to do on that.
No, I've never tipped. And look, I worked as a concessions person. Well, not really concessions, but a counter person at Chick-fil-A for 8 years. And I never got a single tip. I never thought that was a thing. If you're not serving me, you're literally putting in my order, you're giving me my total, and then it's usually somebody else that's even going to bring the food up, or maybe you're just filling up ice in the drink or the beer, right? No, I've never. Do you tip at Sonic? That's also if you don't tip, I don't know that I've never thought of it. Maybe I'm a horrible person. It's a hard no for me.
Same here, dude. It's not happening. I paid probably overpriced ticket prices to get into this ballpark or this arena or this stadium, and now I'm spending $9 for a hot dog that I could get for $2 anywhere else. I am not. It's like saying, are you going to go to the movie theater and tip the guy that you just paid $42 for popcorn? No.
Well, I do appreciate that there was a lot of honesty in that conversation from the voters, because 46% say no. I'll tell you, I'm inconsistent. I think sometimes I will tip, but I don't know that I ever because I don't often carry around cash. I don't know that I ever will throw $1 into the tip jar because I don't.
Yeah. Well, and at the Jack Daniels bar or something at the AAC, that's a different situation, right? Maybe I'll tip in that circumstance, but just the general, you walk up there, you order your hot dog, your burger, your chicken tenders, whatever. No, I've never even thought about tipping, to be honest with you.
Okay, I think we have time for one or two more. Okay, so I guess we talked about this earlier in a way. Have specials like discounted food or drinks been the deciding factor in your decision to attend a game?
Yes.
You remember the Dollar Dog Night growing up, but I think growing up, it was more for me, is it a school night or not, as far as when I wasn't able to make those decisions. But so I don't know if I've ever, I don't know that I've recently said, well, I want to go because of this. This, I will say there have been times I've gone to games because I've wanted the giveaway back when I was really into bobbleheads, but probably more that than the food discounts. And maybe that's, I should do the food discounts. So that should be more top of mind.
I just don't know of any other food discounts. A dollar hot dog night or day is the only one that I know of. I don't really know of any other food giveaways. But I am with you. Before getting into media, if I knew that they were giving away a Michael Young bobblehead or, an Emmitt Smith bobblehead, I certainly would be more inclined, if I can only pick a handful of games to go to to try and make sure that was the game I was able to attend.
Isn't that like the main reason why people go to like minor league baseball games? Because it's always like dollar beer night or something, and then the whole town goes.
They do a ton of things to like try and create excitement on a regular basis.
Yeah, but for me, it's only been the dollar hot dog night Wednesdays at the Globe, and that's the only time I've literally made the decision to be like, yes, I'm going because of dollar hot dogs.
That's a good point, though. I think there are a lot of minor league baseball teams that do the beer specials, and that's a great deal.
Absolutely, yeah. All right, last one. We'll end on this. Would you trust ballpark sushi? 61% say no. 32% say it depends on the stadium or the arena, and then the remaining percentage say yes, they would. So not a lot of people are just blindly trusting it. Like Seattle and California would be way different than if I went to a Nebraska Cornhuskers game and they're selling sushi.
Yes. Yeah, I think it certainly depends. In general, I would say no, I'm against it. But like you said, if you're on one of the coasts, then you're probably in better shape, especially if you're able to go into – like I'm not just going to get it at the general concession. But if they have like a sort of a restaurant inside where it's like the actual sit-down sort of, it feels like a restaurant, then I think I would go for it.
I think we've all had it at AT&T Stadium. You know, that is something that they do if you get to, you know, certain areas like the suites or something. And it's actually pretty delicious. I love me some sushi, man. I think we all do. I think we're all sushi fiends, the three of us. But, yeah, outside of that, man, it does sound a tad risky.
All right, maybe we'll pick this conversation up. We're about to get kicked off because we don't have the upgraded account. This has been another week
No.
with the nosebleed seat. See you, fellas.
Love you.